That manhunt still on for the second bombing suspect in Boston. The Tsarnaev's father actually spoke to ABC News today as well. He said that his boys would never do such a thing, but their uncle clearly thinks they're guilty. Take a listen to him one more time.
Those who suffered, we're sharing with them their grief. I'm ready just to meet with them. I'm ready just to bend in front of them, to kneel in front of them, seeking that forgiveness.
That's powerful. You have to respect that transparency and just laying it out there, saying he's ashamed, he wants him to confess. But for the dad, Dr. Fisher, who says, no, my sons would never do something like this, when all evidence points that way, how do you talk to that parent?
It's hard to believe our kids would want to behave or do anything like that. That's such a horrific event. And we often see what we want to see as parents, you know, and we don't see ourselves often very objectively, too, and how we've raised them or what we've exposed them to and things. So we have to understand that it's important for us to look objectively and even be willing to take outside information. The other thing I talk about is our real, feel, and ideal selves. Our ideal self is the one that we show to certain people, and it may change depending on my audience. My real self is the one that I often, that I really show to the world but don't see because I want to see my ideal. My feel is what I feel inside. There are a lot of people who have a lot of disparity between their real, feel, and ideal. So these boys may have felt like they had to hide what they really felt inside, but together they could kind of collude and see the world this way.
Interesting you say hide what they felt inside, but Mike, you just did an interview not too long ago learning a lot of details about this, the youngest one who was in college that did show kind of weird signs of rage and hatred.
Well, yeah, he didn't really want to tell his friends and people close to him where he lived. You know, say, hey, we'll come over. Oh, I live in Cambridge. What street? Well, it's just Cambridge. So, you know, why he didn't want to let people know about that. He didn't want people to know about he even had a brother. You know, anything at all like this, you know, what was going on inside? We really don't know. And you know what? Something we just heard, I thought was interesting. He became, subject number 2, this guy we're looking at right here, Tsarnaev, he became a U.S. citizen on 9/11/2012.
Wow. How powerful is that?
One of the things I was wondering about is, you know, the younger brother seems like he was assimilated. He had lots of friends. He was very happy. And I kind of wondered what kind of an emotional pull you'd have from your older brother that could get you to maybe, just speculate, you know, enlist in something like this.
Well, again, the tie between our big brother, you know, and wanting to be like them and behave like them and taking them as the power of their guidance in our life can be huge. And that's what we have to understand is sometimes that idea of blood, this is what my brother thinks, this must be right. He's my big brother, he knows everything. And we don't know their history before they came here either. What were they exposed to and things like that. But even addressing your issue about his ideal self changed depending on his audience. So around his peers where he wanted to be seen one way, he looked like this. Around his parents where he wanted to see another way, he behaved this way. So it's how a lot of people become chameleons in our world, you know?
Well, we've all done that at one time or another, right? We don't want our parents to see us in certain ways. I want to get everyone...